There are things that your doctor tells you to do, that we tell patients to do, and then we also sit back and you're like, but if it was me in this position, would I have followed this medical advice? It's very easy to say these things, but doing them is very difficult. You know what they say? Easier said than done. I think that's the right word. Now, number one is watch what you eat. Have you ever visited your doctor and then he starts telling you about diet, everything like, hey, you're not supposed to have these meals a day, don't eat too much carbohydrates, do not eat too much fatty foods. Then you look at him and you're like, so, aren't you supposed to be following this same advice that you're giving me? Oh, Montegela. Like, it's very difficult. Now, number two is sleep 8 hours a day. I think if you show me a doctor that sleeps 8 hours a day, I'll show you a politician that doesn't lie. It is that simple. I'm functioning on 4 hours today. It's very difficult in the medical field to sleep 8 hours a day. It's actually impossible. You cannot even become a good doctor by sleeping more than 4 hours a day. But then we be dishing it out to people like you have to sleep regularly so that the body regenerates, blah, blah, blah. But then when you come back to medical workers and you look at them, you're like, I think they're sleeping 2 hours a day. Routine checkups are good for your health. This is what medical workers that tell people to go for checkups regularly. When was the last time you measured your blood pressure? Is it HbA1c? Okay, sugar levels, CBC, LFTs, RFTs. These things that you keep telling people that after 6 months, you go and deworm. When was the last time you went for deworming? Personally, I'm guilty for some of these things because it is very easy to say them. I just feel like when I'm around a BP machine, I am safe. Or why you guys get it? The other thing is work out regularly. Personally, I'm not a fan of suffering. So now, the whole notion of working out regularly is good on paper, but like the money is already very difficult to make. Now, why should I sweat to enjoy my money? That is my only notion. And that is why you might not see me in a gym 3 days a week, however little that seems. That's very hard and it's very good for your health. It's good for cardio when you're telling people if you want to reduce the fat on your thing, just go jogging, go doing what. But if you go on that street and count the number of people jogging and ask them how many of you are doctors, you might be surprised by the answer. Actually, you might actually get zero. The other thing is reduce your sugar intake. Now, this one looks very easy to say because we tell people, you know what, instead of taking these processed things, get honey, substitute sugar with honey. You can take tea that doesn't have sugar in it. It's all the same, blah, 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 diabetes. But if you go to any hospital department and you see the spoons of sugar that people put in during breakfast, you'd be like, is diabetes selective or what? Medically, it is advisable to not eat any heavy meals past 9 p.m. Yeah, because the body, they don't digest those things, blah, blah, blah. It becomes fatty food. But the Africanness in us is that when I put my yogurt in a fridge, it doesn't matter if it's midnight or what. And this one, we are all guilty, medical practitioner or what. We are very guilty with this one. Like if you cannot even sleep properly when you know that you have food in the fridge. It doesn't matter the time. It just has to be in the fridge. Brushing at least twice a day. Now, this is why dentists are very rich because I think more than half of the population cannot follow this. I do not know why. Or is it very difficult to pick up the toothbrush in the morning and in the evening? And it's actually at least, that means it has to be like every after a meal. Now, the guys who eat like 5 times a day, isn't that a burden? And also, my dentist friend told me that at night you're supposed to brush, then you don't rinse your mouth, keep the toothpaste in your mouth until morning. Now, it becomes even complicated the more you dive into this thing. And that's why dentists are very rich because most people prefer pique to brushing their teeth. And it's just like that. Food. Yeah. It's not even about watching what you eat, it's eating a balanced diet. The beauty with Uganda is that we are blessed with multiple foods. But I do not know. Guys still go to restaurants and ask for mereyonna. You eat matoke, you eat kalo, you put kaunga, rice on the same plate, then you add beans. And you put a juice, very heavy. What's balance in that diet, honestly? There's actually a doctor who has dedicated his whole life to telling people, stop eating chapati, stop eating this, eat a balanced diet. But do you think people listen to those things? Multiple sexual partners. Why are you guys sleeping with everyone? Like this will annoy people, but like everyone knows everyone, if you understand what I'm saying. And I do not see the essence in that. Like it's a very small town, but like it's like we are all on Tugabane. Like and people have The trust that you people have in each other is what I do not understand up to this time. This one cuts across. Everyone is a victim. Maybe I'm innocent. This is very important. This is actually very personal. You have to send your doctor consultation fee. This one will tell you, and you have to do it. Thank you, Musao doesn't work like Musao Webale Kusoma doesn't work like Mukama Kongile Mixer also doesn't work. We're tired of hearing these ones. If you come to someone and you need some medical help, you treat them like you're treating a lawyer. You understand? Treat us like you're treating lawyers. Yeah. Before actually you talk anything, but if you feel like you're going to get knowledge from me to you, I should get something from you to me. This one is personal.